So, just going to do a quick video on, got a few notes here, so just on these notes. The first one that I've got is, every culture talks about vampires drinking blood. So, why is that important? Because if there's a common theme of vampires drinking blood, then it needs to be addressed, especially when there's reports of people drinking blood in our day and age. You know what makes me laugh is how in every culture you get certain common themes. So for instance, you always get corrupt leaders. They're not all corrupt. A lot of them, want to build up the people and stuff. So you get that common theme. You get the common theme of the gladiatorial games. So if you look at ancient Rome, there was these big colosseums all over the Roman Empire. But before you got to the big colosseums, you had to be good in the small colosseums first. So it's the same today with the football or the NFL. There's the small leagues, and if you're good in the small leagues, you get promoted to the big stadiums and the big teams. So there's that common theme of always using it to distract people. And there's not just that as a distraction. There's so many different distractions. That is quite a big one though. So if you can avoid that and channel your energy into what's going to benefit you, like health and knowing how the law works, you've avoided one really big distraction. So there's another common theme is we used to eat the bones. Every culture around the world used to make bone broth because that's where the nutrition comes from. It comes from the bone of the animal. And it's just, history repeats itself. And it's, the saying goes, if you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. And that's what's happening. People don't know history, and they're just repeating it. And mainly it's because they're scared. Because they're scared of being alone. Because they think if they don't toe the line for the status quo, then no one's going to like them, they're going to be rejected by society. Well, so what? Don't worry about it, you live forever anyway. So there's one little note that I've just gone over. So another one here is radiation. So the radiation content in the world is going up massively. So why is that important? Because basically radiation is bad for you. And this sort of comes down to not just radiation, but we don't have nothing's fresh anymore. The air's polluted, the water pipes are rusty, heavy metals leaking into them, plastic leaking into the water from the bottled water that we drink, or whatever. If you drink Lucozade or Coke, it's all contaminated. So really their radiation should also have contamination, because the world is being contaminated, and these are the big issues that need to be addressed, because they're being contaminated and it's contaminating us. And a lot of people in this day and age look like they've been hit by a mutation gun. And it's just, why are people not bothered? Why do people just not want to address these things? And I'll tell you why. Because of the contamination. They have no ability to address it. They have no stamina. They're tired all the time. And they're gone, a lot of people. So, another note I've got here is don't question your ability. So, a lot of people question themselves, and that's what makes me to go, why did I say this? Why did I do this? Why do I work here? Why am I this? Why am I that? Don't ever question yourself, because then people are gonna run from you if they see that you're not confident and you can't move on from things. They're not gonna want to be around you, and they're not gonna gravitate towards you. Whereas if they see somebody who will stand up to bullies, and if somebody insults them in a vile way and they're able to move on very quickly from that, then people will want to know what techniques that they're using to be able to do that. And basically all it comes down to is not giving a fuck and realising that you don't be scared, because we live forever. That's the biggest trick that the elites play on us. They want us to think that we're finite beings and we don't live forever. Well, who cares if let's say now I don't live forever. Well, I don't care. There's no fact saying we do or we don't. So this is what they don't want you to do. They don't want you to get into the mindset of believing that we do, because then you become an empowered individual, and that's what they fear. So yeah, don't Just don't give a fuck and do what you want. Try not to swear as well. The world is in a crisis where technology is getting better, exceptionally better, but it's being shelled and used to enslave us. So we've got this technology, and which we could use for good. Why is it being used for bad? Can you see? How do I know it's being used for bad? Well, Agenda 21. And just look around you. Everything is becoming more surveilled. Everything's becoming smaller. Everything is becoming more controlled or regulated. Free will is being taken from us. We've been taken from the land. We've been shoved into these ghettos, these concrete ghettos, where everything's done for us. All we have to do is do our 9 to 5, and then we get our food or our heating, our cleanliness. Do your 9 to 5, even though that is not your passion, that is not your freedom. You have to do that 9 to 5, or you won't be clean, you won't eat, you won't be warm, and you'll be on the streets. So why is that an important point? Because freedom is what developed that technology. So they're using our freedom to enslave us, or our ancestors' freedom. So what we need to do is rediscover freedom by taking the government back, which we've done with Trump and Farage, which will set us free again. It'll set us free so we won't be brainwashed by the football. Instead we will be brainwashed by politics, because the brain's just a computer. So whatever you feed it, it will then, the mass consciousness will make it cool. So we need to make freedom cool again, instead of stuff that doesn't benefit us and enslaves us, like the gladiatorial games and football. So we need to be free. Why do we need to be free? Because when we're free, that's when we already have next to free technology. But that when we're free, when people are free and not bought off and held accountable, the public is then allowed to have that technology. Once they have free energy, they then start following the passions, they then become happy again. So let's say, for instance, now I just my energy is for free. So my food's paid for, which is possible. My heating's paid for, and I'm free. What would I do? This is off the top of my head. What would I do? Well, I would probably travel the world, because I've never done it. Well, let's say everybody wanted to do that. Well, it's possible with free energy. So what would happen is people would get the dreams out of the system, the dreams that don't benefit them at an early age. Like, they travel the world, it doesn't benefit anybody, does it? Obviously you can do some good things travelling the world, like take pictures and, you know, whatever. But the point is, all these dreams would be out of your system at a very early age. The ascertainable ones. And then you'd be like, right, well, I'm at home now, I've got free energy, I've got free food. What do I want? What is my passion? And then that's when you start thinking really big. You start thinking, well, I like space stations, I like aeroplanes, and then you start thinking, I like cars, and then you just it goes from there. You start look at the internet. Now we've got the internet as well. You start searching on the internet, and you learn from there. The internet now, because we have YouTube and Google, it's literally like the Matrix, where he says, right, I want to learn Kung Fu. You can literally do what they do in the Matrix. You don't have to watch the football. You can go onto the internet and type in this amazing search engine, I want to learn Kung Fu. Within 3 or 4 years, you're going to be pretty good at it. If you still like it, you can keep going and keep going and keep going, become a master. And that's what a lot of people do. They have these dreams that what they wanted to be when they was a kid. Or I wanted to be a photographer, or I wanted to be a jiu-jitsu artist, or I wanted to work on cars, and they end up working in a factory, selling trainers or something, or making trainers. So once we take the chains of humanity, let humanity be free again, that's when we go to the next level. So I'm gonna end it on that.